talking to black women, I'm talking to sisters, right? Is this what you really want from your brothers, right? Your husbands, your sons, the future of black men. Is this what you really want us to do? Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm never going to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I might do a lot of bad shit and a lot of good shit, but this is something for me I am not going to be doing, all right? But I just want to know from you, is this what you want? Because in the comments, a lot of black women are very happy about this and saying that they would like to see this more from men. So you want to switch roles? You want to put on a suit? I put on a dress, some high heels, and then we get married? And what happens after that? So when we want to have a baby, you gonna impregnate me? Like, the fuck, man? Like, I'm just confused at this point, you know? I'm just looking for a little clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all actually want? Because it seems like that everybody wants a weak black man. Why does everybody want a weak black man? What benefit is a weak black man to the world? I'm talking to black women, I'm talking to sisters, right? Is this what you really want from your brothers, right? Your husbands, your sons, the future of black men. Is this what you really want us to do? Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm never going to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I might do a lot of bad shit and a lot of good shit, but this is something for me I am not going to be doing, all right? But I just want to know from you, is this what you want? Because in the comments, a lot of black women are very happy about this and saying that they would like to see this more from men. So you want to switch roles? You want to put on a suit? I put on a dress, some high heels, and then we get married? And what happens after that? So when we want to have a baby, you gonna impregnate me? Like, the fuck, man? Like, I'm just confused at this point, you know? I'm just looking for a little clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all actually want? Because it seems like that everybody wants a weak black man. Why does everybody want a weak black man? What benefit is a weak black man to the world?
Well, they want a weak black man because they know the so-called black man comes in the image of the Most High. But I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim from Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. This is just a quick lesson. It's titled, This is Pure Confusion. This Jake is basically giving a rundown on how Eve likes to see the so-called black man emasculated. Cat Williams brought that out, and actually Dave Chappelle brought that out too, about putting so-called men of color in dresses, which is basically a humiliation ritual and a sign of being buck broken. You had to understand, during the time of slavery, you take the biggest black male, the biggest, strongest male of the tribe, and then you line them up, and when you line up the slaves, the women slaves on one side and the men slaves on the other. And then what happens is you break the biggest male. It's called buck breaking. You break them, you break them down, and you pop them up the rectum. And that's a form of emasculation. That way, when people see this big, black, strong buck, they don't fear him. And it's the same thing in this picture here. And if you notice, it's always a dreadhead Jake, man. They have. And I'm trying to, how can I say this? Because a lot of times when I try to explain things be all over the place. But it's always a Jake, a nigga with dreads, man. These be the one that worship the women, to put the women on a pedestal. These the pretty ones. But yet, when you confront them about this, these be the first one to pull a pistol on you, or they be the one to fight you, because they come in the vibration of women. But to answer the guy's question, basically, it's the buck break Jake, because, like I said, the so-called black man is made in the image of the Heavenly Father. And as Jake was saying, and also he was like, well, a lot of black women are applauding this, and a lot of black men are applauding this, because you got to understand, Jake run after the damn woman. Okay, Jake has been simplified over the years. He's been simplified, not simplified, but simplified. To the point he's just a natural born simp. And whatever the woman says and does, he tucks tail and he follows behind it. Yesterday we was at the camp and it was this Jake dude. You could tell he was very effeminate, no beard, earrings everywhere, probably a body full of tattoos, and he's walking with an Edomite chick. And he goes and open the door for her, man, first. Like, and the crazy part about it is the chick wasn't even cute, wasn't even that cute. And that's neither here nor there. And, I'm not against holding the door for my, for my woman or whoever, it is at the time. I'm not against opening up the door for my old lady. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not against it at all, but it's a spirit behind it. You can do it to be polite or courteous, but then you got men that do it because they feel obligated. Me, I don't feel obligated to open the door for no fucking woman. I don't feel obligated to speak to a woman. Okay? I don't feel obligated to do anything for any of them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're not reciprocating the offer. Now, you have a woman that's doing whatever she wants, whatever she's doing for you, she's taking care of you. Then yeah, of course you bless her, you give her what she needs, what she deserves. In that point, you look out for her, make sure she's cool. You know what I'm saying? There's balance to it, so we're not gonna make it seem like we're just completely male chauvinistic and male chauvinist. But nonetheless, man, you got Jake that feel obligated to do this because it makes their wives happy. But in long term, she doesn't respect this because when shit goes sour, she's gonna throw it in his face and she said, "Nigga, remember you put on a dress? You bitch ass nigga, you remember when you did this and this and that?" She's not gonna. It's just a form of her controlling and having power over Jake. And this is another reason why this society has to burn, man. Video I saw yesterday of a man burning to death in a Tesla. That was horrible, horrific. But when you see a guy like this, it makes you think twice about, okay, it makes you think as to why these particular judgments come down on our people. Like this guy in particular, let's just say if he burnt up in a Tesla and we find out that it was him, I will praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because this type of behavior, and no man's supposed to be putting on no fucking dress, man. And she's behind you, hugging on you like she got the ride. Look at this. And this is why we tell you brothers to stay away from the black woman. Because I guarantee you this guy's probably a Mo. He's probably dealt with men before. You can see it in his countenance. He just don't have the spirit of a masculine male. And Jake has been shamed of being masculine to the point they called it toxic masculinity. But wait a minute, ain't it toxic when you females try to be that's toxic when you women are trying to be masculine. Here, a man can't do what he's designed to do in his particular role, but yet a woman can walk around here masculine with her chest out. Like, what's that bitch that got knocked out in the ring? Clarissa Shields, I think. She got her ass dropped by that Edomite, dropped her ass with a left check hook, bow, rocked her ass, and then she gonna try to say, because he took the patent out of his gloves, type ordeal. But the fact about it is, you coming in masculine, unnatural energy, and he check hooked your ass, man. And that's got to happen to a lot of you women, and you men too. So this the precept the brother have here. This is 1 Esdras 4:26. It says, yea, many there be that have run out their wits for women and become servants for their sake. This man is a complete servant for her. Because I guarantee you, it was her punk ass idea. Oh, baby, let's follow the trend. We saw it on Kardashians, or they probably saw it on some reality show, Basketball Wives of Atlanta. This simple ass nigga, he sits in and he watched the reality show with his damn woman. Like, ain't no real man gonna sit up here and watch no motherfucking reality shows, man. I used to come in now, I'd be mad as hell. My demon should be watching that shit. I'm like, that's your fucking problem now. You always watching them dumbass reality shows, which they're not reality. I come in the crib, she's in the kitchen doing whatever, and she got the damn phone watching these stupid ass shows and wonder why she was all bugged off. It's all over the damn place. I'm like, you need to be getting into the scriptures and looking up how to be submissive and keep your ass in order, instead of watching things that's going to taint your perspective. And this is what this guy is doing. Following behind a damn woman like a simp. Be better off using that Tesla burning, nigga. That's wicked as hell. But what I just said, that's hateful. But whatever, man. This is why I can't wait to the Lord. I can't wait to see how Shai finally nuke this goddamn place. And the way that it's looking like in the Middle East, I think the UK and the US pretty much is getting ready to go to war with the Houthis. Okay, which is another militia group that's going to be backed by Iran. Okay, Hezbollah, Hamas, all those other particular, what do you call them? Elamite nations. Hold on one second. My work phone is probably Give me 1 second. Salaki, my work phone was ringing. Guaranteed that was the IT guy. I was supposed to go up there and bring my laptop, but it was just too damn cold, man. I just had to deal with it next week. But anyway, Salakia, brothers. But yeah, anyway, so basically, the tension in the Middle East, the U.S. now, because basically Biden was basically
A lot.
Yeah, basically Biden was cowering out there, and to the point he had to send a warning shot. And I believe like the general or something like that, he because I believe he was like getting like some type of surgery because he had prostate cancer. Basically, he sent a strike to those Houthis. Now they're getting ready to be in like a full-fledged war to some degree, you know. But regardless of that, hey man, this place is getting ready to burn. All right, so this is the book of First Ezra 4:26. I'm gonna read it again. And it reads, and it says here, yea, there be many that run out of their wits for women. Okay, it says many have run out of their wits for women and have become servants for their sakes. And many also perish and have erred and sinned for women. And he's sinning for a woman. Because, hey, the Most High is justified on bringing a judgment on this guy at this point because of this shrewd behavior. Okay, like what it says in the comment, it says, Eve loves this chaos, mayhem and nonsense, debauchery, foolishness, wackiness. She is all of this, right? Because the black woman, she thrives on chaos, man. She's an agent of chaos. You know, the house can't be running in no order. She has to come and she has to disassemble everything. You know, and like the Jake was saying, he's saying you got Jake men that's vouching for this behavior. That's saying, oh, that's cute, that's dope. And before you know it, you got a bunch of soy boys that appear to be men running around in these dresses. And if you ask Eve, oh, that's a real man right there. You ain't a real man unless you tap into your feminine side. Wait a minute, man. Ain't no man got no damn feminine side, man. That's not even supposed to be in a man's nature. Okay? Now, getting emotional, because we all have emotions behind us. Okay, that's not feminine. Because men do have emotions, believe it or not. But it's the way you project your emotions. You know, but when you walking it down like a woman and you on edge about everything, that's a feminine vibe, man. And that comes from being around women all the damn time. And a lot of Jakes grew up like that, not even knowing. Like a lot of Jakes that you grew up with in the hood. Like I noticed, man, this is one clown, man. Matter of fact, this is one cat, man. He passed away recently, and I remember what kind of dude he was. He was always edgy. He was always aggressive. You know, you couldn't talk to him. You know, you try to reason with the guy. He wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? He's quick to act like a gangster and all this other shit. That's woman vibes, man. That ain't no real man vibe. But according to the hood, that's called masculinity. You let nobody disrespect you. You couldn't go up to the guy and say, hey, man, I'm having an issue with you. You know what I'm saying? We need to figure out how to handle this. Fuck you said then, man. You know, that's what he want to do. He want to, you know, Jake want to resort to throwing blows. It's just madness, man. All right. Anyway, this is the book about Deuteronomy 22:5. It says here, the woman should not wear that which pertaining to a man. And when you look at it, this bitch got on a fucking tuxedo, man. You know, looking like Lady Bond. And it says, the woman should not wear that which pertaining to a man, neither should a man put on a woman's garment. For all who do so are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power. Now, when you read this scripture, it's plain as day. It's telling you straightforward, you're not supposed to put on anything that pertains to a woman. Okay, this is why Cat Williams was getting on Jake. Kevin Hart put on a dress. Chris Tucker did it. Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, fucking Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, okay, and several other Jakes, Kevin Hart. All these men are putting on dresses, man. You know, what's this guy's name? I think his last name is something. What's this nigga's name? Fuck, he played. No, he didn't. I can't recall it, but he's like a Jamaican actor, man. He plays on a movie. I know Jake probably wouldn't remember what movie. He played on a few movies. Matter of fact, he played in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. The dude that had the, I think it was Joanna Man or something like that. I think it was that guy. And he played in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. The guy that had all the chicken restaurants. You know, the one that Martin was cursing out and kind of beefing with over, what's this chick's name? The chick that talked for Huey and Raleigh, Regina King. You know, he put on a dress. And there's several other men that put on dress. Robin Harris. And the list goes on, man. Will Smith did it gladly. Put on a damn dress. Jamie Foxx, Damon Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, man. You know, white girls. Them two niggas dressed up as women in that movie, man. Shows you that they took the oath, but that's cute here. So that comes from a form of masculinity. That's taking away the image of the Most High from Jake. When the world sees that, they don't fear him. That's a byword. So yeah, man, we got to get the hell up out of here, man. You know, we got to get up out of this joint. So let's go from here to the book of, I brought that out already. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 5 and 20. It's Salakia, man. Like sometimes the screen recorder go out. So you have to start over the recording instead of just lumping it to one big video. I'll just break it up into different parts. But it reads here, Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. Okay, in this world, they say, you know, in this world, they consider this a noble and a heroic act. Okay, or he's in touch with his feminine side. Ain't no man supposed to be in touch with their feminine side. Men shouldn't have feminine side, period. Now, men ain't just going to be brick hard 24/7, because there is a balance. You know, when your woman is loving on you, you ain't going to be like, you're going to be slapping her around and power bombing her, you know, like y'all in a heavily sexual engagement, you know. But overall, man, you know, it's a balance to it, you know. But this is just nonsense, man. But like I said, this is the way that the world is. This is a heroic act according to the consensus of the world. And this is why Yahweh Shai said what he said. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, and that put darkness for light, because according to this world, this is beautiful. Like Jake said, he said, look, it's a lot of people that's commending that behavior, you know, because that's the new thing. And men are doing this shit for these women. And like I said, after a while, it's not like she's going to merit respect for you. If anything, she's going to have disdain for you, because in the back of her mind, she knows that that's not natural. But a black woman, she thrives off chaos, man. You know, she thrives off chaos and confusion. Why? Because, hey, she's in league with the serpent. You know, if anything Esau pushes, you better believe that Eve is going to vouch for it. Okay, this is why you have broken homes. This is why you have a limited amount of fathers that actually are involved in the kids' lives, because the deeds of the serpent and the woman. And it says, in light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Okay, and this is a bitter ass world. Okay, and they want the bitter shit to be good and the good shit to be bitter. You know, like and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You know, because the truth is sweet, but yet they shun it. They laugh at it. They mock it. They say that it's unprofitable. They say it's male chauvinistic. It's too harsh. Like, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? We get a lot of hate because we're so rough. Because this world, they're not used to men coming in an austere spirit. You know? And men's supposed to be austere because, hey, Yahweh Shai said he's an austere man. All right? And it says here, woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength. Matter of fact, Salaki, it says, woe to them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Okay, and this is what we're going back to, the ways of this world. Okay, honestly speaking, it's not enough niggas burning up in Teslas. But woe to them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle with strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the right from him, right? Because this is justified, but yet the reward is praise. Okay, but the right of him is to be a man, cut them damn dreadlocks, and be out there teaching the word. But he's not going to do that because he's afraid he's going to lose this. And even if he didn't have this dragon with him, but you could tell she's a demon, and he just a beta male simp. I can't stand guys like this. They literally make me sick to my stomach, man. You know, sometimes when I run across men like this, if I wasn't spiritual, I'll be back in that King David spirit. You know, I have to separate myself from how I feel and what we have to do, because if we had our way, none of this shit would be going down. And I'm just being real, you know, because there's too many simps here, and this is why the Lord is going to burn this place up. You see? But anyway, it says, which justify the wicked for reward and take away from the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root should be as rottenness and their blossom should go up as dust. because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. And Most High is pissed off at Jake. Okay, how about Shemi Hawashai is pissed off at you, Jakes, man? And he's getting ready to remedy that anger through the form of nuclear ICBM nuclear fire. Because now, when you look at what's happening in the East, or the so-called Middle East, this war is getting ready to break out. Okay, World War III, which technically we are already in it. Okay, the War of Armageddon, which will lead to the utter destruction of Babylon the Great, the downfall of this Western hegemony, you know, and the deliverance of the elect of Israel. And we close, man, because, I mean, look at this weather we're having. I mean, it's literally negative 10 degrees. It's freezing outside, man. But yet it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you know? So, yeah, man. And it says, therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people. And, hey, these are the Israelites. Okay, these are wicked-ass Israelites. These are the 2/3. Okay, but, hey, when the judgment comes, they ain't going to see it coming. It's just going to come, bam, suddenly. And it reads here, it says, therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people. And he stretched forth his hand against them and has smitten them. And the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still, because there is a way of repentance. But a guy like that ain't going to come into the faith. Nor will he care to come into faith. Nor will he care to serve Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai. So what it says, the same must learn by death, by pain. All right. Isaiah 3, and I'm going to start at verses 8. It says here, for Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is falling, and their tongue and their doings are against the Lord to provoke the eyes of his glory. How? By going off, creating grotesque acts, abominable acts, you know. And it says, and against the Lord to provoke his eyes of the glory. But the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin in Sodom, and they hide it not. But woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. It's right, man. Because when you go into the whole history of Sodom and Gomorrah, it was that of what you see here in Babylon. Men with men, women with women. You know what I'm saying? Men parading around with women's clothes. You know, they were raping men, you know, and the list went on. Until the Most High got to, you know, he's got fed up with it. And then he sent the angels there to destroy it. And then fire and brimstone rained down on that place. And that's going to be the same fiery fate for those of you here in America, man. Because like I said, when I saw that video of that Jake being burnt alive in that Tesla, and this is why, hey, don't get no fucking Tesla, man. All right, them like Apostle Tahar said, those vehicles are for Edomites. Don't get them damn cars. They could control that shit. Bro, I knew about them cars. It was a movie called Upgrade, when they basically put this chip in this guy's spinal cord because he got into a sabotage wreck. They basically took over the electric vehicle and sabotaged it. So they could control them vehicles, man. And I believe they have like a particular lithium chemical in that battery that when it ignites, you can't put the fire out. With no matter of, you could call a fire department or any amount of water. Hey, they said the car will at least burn for about an hour or so, man. So if you trapped in that vehicle and it decides to ignite itself and trap you in there, then you're basically going to be cooked, man. Alive. And that's going to be a result of you people here in America, man. You're going to be literally burnt alive. You ain't just going to be destroyed and go to the spirit world. No, the Lord is going to leave your fire, leave your spirit in that fire for what it seems to be an eternity. Because you didn't take heed to the warning. You know? That was fucking devastating hearing that man scream like that. That put a whole different level of fear of the Lord in me, bro. I'm like, you know what? No, thank you. I don't want no parts of that. We'll catch our hell on this side, whatever it takes, man, to not get that. And that's just in a fucking car. Just imagine when thermonuclear fire hits this place. All right, you ain't gonna put that shit out with a water hose and a couple of fire trucks, man. That shit is gonna burn for a long time, man. Scripture says it should burn to the lowest hell. Meaning the Lord is gonna burn this place to his proverbial roots, his foundation. That's how bad it's gonna be here. And we gonna witness it. And guess what? That shit can literally take place in a few short months, depending on how they move with this this MOTB. Lord's will. You know, because I'm sick of this shit. I'm ready to, you know, brothers are ready to get delivered. We're ready for life. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to live, man. All this psychobabble nonsense that we got to undergo here, being under these curses, it's getting old. You know, but anyway, this is the book of last precept, Zechariah 14:12. And it says, this should be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh should consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes should consume away in their holes, and their tongue should consume away in their mouth. And that's going into a thermonuclear destruction, man. Primary depiction of that is Sarah Connor in Terminator 2. When the blast hit, then the flash, and then the wind, then basically she melted just from the blast alone. Her body ignited. And it's going to be the reality for majority of you people in America. All right? So with that, Lord's will, you will edify, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to you. How about Shimi, how Shai? Lord's will, you will edify into the next lesson. Shalom.